what we're going to be using in this project. We're going to be using an 18-inch wreath base. Then we are going to be using, and I'm using a grapevine. And to make it wispy, we're using our phoenix tail fern in the beige, which is just so natural feeling. It's like a blooming grass. It's just perfect. Then our pumpkins we're going to use are a nice brown fuzzy texture to go great with those tones. And then we're going to use our white sunflower sprays again. These are perfect for this. They're going to cover up a whole lot of real estate, and we'll get a lot of bang for our buck with the really big sunflowers in there. Then our filler we're going to use is bringing in the same color. It's just a little bit darker, but a different texture than the fern. And we'll use this more in the foreground. Well, this will be more in the background of our designs. So I'm going to turn it around. You're going to put your wire in, and you're going to make an upside down U, a regular U, an upside down umbrella. And I'm going to flip that around, and we're going to take and twist these and just make a hanger. I do want my hanger to come up above my wreath, especially if I do craft shows. It works great as a handle to give to your customer. And there is my hanger, and I'm going to flip her back around, put her back on the wreath stand. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit, down a little. Now, our hanger's on. That was easy, right? We're going to go ahead and put our first greenery in to set the perimeter. And in the fall, the greenery may not be green, of course, and we're using what is called a phoenix tail fern. It's a beautiful fern. This is in a beige color, which is going to go perfect with our project. I have already fluffed all of those, but here's one unfluffed so I can show you what to do. When these come, they come in bundles of 3. You just tear the little paper apart. I kind of slit it with my scissors so it would come apart. And you'll have 3 sprays like this. What I like to do is open them and shape them, okay? So shake hands, like we do say, hello, nice to meet you, fern. And spread these out. And I have a nice fanned out look, right? And then I'm just cutting these down to where they have about a 3-inch stem here. And I've done that to every spray so far, okay? So let's start to put these in. So in each bush, 2 are a little bit bigger than one, one's a little smaller. So when you get a bigger one, use that to really extend out your lines, okay? Let me see if that's right in the middle for you. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to start here. I'm going to give that a swirl in the glue pot. We're going to start one up here at the top. Okay, I want to make this beautiful. And this design is supposed to be wispy and very elegant. And I have my Spanish moss. I'm using my light green. I'll bring this in and put it over any glue. Also help hold pieces in. Now our transition, we said, is going to be right about here. So keeping that in mind as we start placing everything in. Now let's just work completely opposite that at the bottom right here. I'm going to bring this up a little bit for the bottom. Let me move the camera, guys. There you go. So the bottom, I want it to kind of match that and come down right here. And I love that this is super wispy. And make sure these are going into the wreath, not through the back. You can give this a bend and spread that out. A little bit of Spanish moss in here to hide my glue and hold that in place. All right, got my first 2 pieces on. They have transitioned different directions because they're in different parts of the design. Now I'm going to work another big piece up here at the top. Right in here, right beside the other. This one will kind of come straight down. Perfect. I love it. Very good. And I'll take the other really big piece and we'll have it kind of work straight down here on the outside. And this one can bend in a little bit more. And this one's going down because we transitioned down in this design. Look at that. All right, let me add some Spanish moss in here. Okay. And then I'm going to take one of our smaller pieces, kind of use it here on the inside. So it's going to go up right here at that transition where we change directions. So pretty. All right, it looks great. And the last piece I'm going to use at the top, kind of bringing that circle down a little bit more. So I brought my transition a little bit more down than I was planning. I was going to have it up a little higher, but that's okay. I can still accentuate that with this piece and just have it bend and kind of come over. Go in right there. What we want to do is grab our sunflower sprays. We're going to use these guys. And I already prepped these, but this is how they look. One long spray like this. And what we're going to do is cut this section off right here where you get the small flower and about a 3-inch stem, and then do the same thing on the bottom. So you have a large flower and a 3-inch stem. Let's get our larger pieces in. And I did trim up both of these sprays into different sections. And we're going to use one right here, kind of above the transition right here, and one below right here. So I'm going to put my first one in the top, and it's going to go in here to transition between those two. I'm going to put my first one in, give it a swirl in that glue pot, bring it over here and get it pushed in and try to make sure it's going into the grapevine, not through the back. Sometimes when you put it in, the first thing it wants to do is go to the back, so you got to reposition it. There we go. Perfect. And that kind of bridges the gap between the two greeneries right there. So that's a good first piece in. And now I'm going to take my other piece and have it kind of go down from here. Similarly, leave a little bit of space in between these two. Maybe like right here, okay? A little space in there because we're going to put some pumpkins in there in a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to have this one go down. The other one went up. And then that one can run between these greeneries over here. Space out those leaves, layer them in. They can be in the background. Just tuck them in. Okay, and then we're going to change the angles of the heads a little bit where they go opposite each other. Okay, now grab your smaller sunflowers. And these are fun because they have the maple leaves that have the contrasting colors. So we're going to put one in here. All right, right in here. And just kind of let that kind of work between those greeneries. And spread these out. Remember, we're going for that wispy look, so I want to make sure these are spread out. And this piece is going to do the same thing at the bottom. So I'm going to bend it and give it a curve in. And there is our angle. So it's going to work opposite this piece, so a little bit right in there. Now, if I can see any of the glue, if it's not camouflaged enough, I'm going to put a little moss on it. This one right here, I need a little bit in there. Let me make sure that one looks good. We're going to be using our fuzzy pumpkins next. So take and just cut them off the stems. And we're going to use them all individually. So just cut them kind of as long as their stem will allow you. So they'll all have about 5-inch stems, something like this. And what we're going to do to make them a little bit easier to go in is I'm going to make little clusters out of them, and we're going to use them in 2s. We're going to use 2 above the transition, 2 right here in the middle, and 2 below, okay? And so easy way to do that is just twist these together. You make one little stronger wire, and you make a cute little cluster, one long, one short, right? So the only thing you have to do is just make sure you get them to a point at the bottom and just trim it. So it's a little bit easier to go into the grapevine, all right? Now get it in. I want to put the one right here at the transition first. And once I have it in, I'm going to let it just kind of set up, and then I can wiggle it a little bit. Do the same thing, one tall, one short. Just twist them. Trim it to make it neat. So it's a nice point going in, and then we're going to use that one up above. Right in here. And that was going to be kind of tight to the wreath. And then we'll use one more down here. We want to work that triangle. You could put it here, but I think I'm going to bring it a little bit more out there, just to be a little more unexpected. We can play with it. Let's see. Oh, I kind of got them at the same height, but that's cute too. They're cute all clustered together. All right, let's put that one down there. Okay. So we got a nice triangle working with our pumpkins. Hitting the big fat branch there. There we go. I'll bring that in right there. That's so stinky cute. Okay. Now what I want to do is kind of balance out my fern just a little bit that's in here. And make sure we have some of it working forward also. So I'm going to take a couple of pieces and cut a couple of pieces out and layer them in. I'm going to put this one right here where it kind of comes behind this sunflower out to the side a little bit. So I'm going to steal a little bit from each piece to layer it in just a little bit better. Okay. Now up here, see how this goes? I want to watch that line up there. And I'm going to steal this piece right here. And I'm going to layer this in right on here so it layers over these pumpkins a little bit. You know, a lot of times we save a piece for the last, and we didn't do that this time, but I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm swiping a little from the bigger clusters to use it to go between here. And layer those bigger leaves on these to the back. Move those to the back and let the fern go in front. Okay, that looks great. A wheat bush, and just take and cut off these as long as they'll go to start. Get them all off the bush. And some of these longer ones, we might be breaking them down in a little bit, so just pull them off to the side. I think you've got 3 longer ones. Go with all these shorties first, because we're going to work in this color right around the pumpkins in the middle and this transition. So I'm going to work in between the Phoenix we already have in. We're going to layer this pretty brown in. Try not to yank it like I just did. So one above, let's have one going below. I'm going to use the shortest ones first. Just mirror that one down below. The transition's at the pumpkins right here. That nice and fills that up. Keep using the short ones on the outside here. We're going to do the same thing up here. One above. Give that a little bit of a bend. These little guys go to the outside. Perfect. And then one below. This one's a little bit longer, but that'll be fine. Okay, and we want to complete these triangles now. Okay, we've created this part. We want to complete this triangle right here with a longer one. These almost look like a millet. They look so cool. I love these in here. They're picking up that color from the middle of the sunflower. So pretty. Okay, complete this triangle with that longer one up above. That looks good. Now let's take our really long ones. And I'm going to take, and we're going to use, cut them into two and just kind of zigzag off of that. So I'll take and cut this one into two. And from this one, we'll come, I think I'll just come down here and go up above. And they're not as long, but we just want to get that color. And then one more down here. We're just filling that up a little bit. Okay, and the same thing below. Take one of the long ones, cut it in two right here. So I have two pieces. And this one, I think I'll just use one right here because I've got those three. Let's bring one out from behind the pumpkins. And that's that kind of empty place there. There's not as much grapevine, so it's a little tight, but I want to make sure that's not going to come out. So I'm going to put my moss in there on top of that glue to hold it. Careful just sticking your finger in there. That little bit there. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to put one more piece just kind of right beside it, thicken that up a little bit. Kind of shooting between these pumpkins. I love the way that looks in there. Beautiful. And then we've got our final piece that I think you should use right in here around the pumpkins. I'm going to divide that into two. And let's have one just kind of come out of the pumpkins. I think it could kind of go up right here. Just go right between it. And then how about one right here out the side, just right there a little bit. I think that will look great. And you can pick your direction when you get to your transition, whatever you want to do. You can put it in, then twist it, and do what you need to do there. Look how pretty it is, all layered in there. I love it. Tell me what you think. I hope you try this one. I love the way it looks. Turned out beautiful. You can even twist it more if you want. Bend that C more if you want to get it over even more than we put the hanger. You can play with it. You can adjust that hanger anywhere you want. I love it. She looks beautiful. And you can wiggle these around as much as you want or just put them both straight forward. I think you've got options. I love this one. Okay, Blue Merinos, go have fun with flowers.